I don't care whether any of you like it or not. People need to start having conversations if they disagree. I'm tired of all the, you disagree with me? Oh, you must hate black women. You disagree with me? You hate transgenders. You disagree with me? You want to see black people suffer. You disagree with me? You want to see women in the kitchen. You don't want to see women succeed. There's no need for this constant neener nitpicking about what people believe just because they disagree with you. It's not that much of a foreign concept that you could look inward and say, I handled that situation poorly, and I think we could have come to a mutual understanding if I just sat back, listened to what this person had to say, and then after listening and ingesting that, I say my part and everything I think about the situation. And while I'm not seeking to change anyone's opinions, we could come to the mutual understanding that, hey, you have your opinion, I have my opinion, we have a common issue, and maybe we could work together somehow to resolve the common issue. We don't get none of that. You're either on my side completely or you're against everything I stand for. You're either with everything I've been working to build or you want to tear it all down because you disagree with one thing. We don't get people who just say, hey, I disagree. Let's have a conversation. Hey, I disagree with this part of your explanation. Let me explain why. Hey, I agreed with 80% of the video, but I disagree with this one part, and I'd love to explain why. I will never turn down basic conversation upon disagreements. If you're somebody who has an issue with me and you think I can probably get a decent conversation out of him, reach out to me. I'm not hard to find. I don't go anywhere. I'm not a popular human being. I'm inside 24/7. What I will not tolerate are the individuals who make fun of me, say I look like this, say I'm bootlicking for white people, and just want a name call in the secret ploy to try to get me to have a conversation. That's not gonna work, and I usually spot the obvious naysayers before I even engage with them. My issue with a lot of people who have issues with being civil is that you don't know how to handle proper communication. When you find someone who disagrees with you, you'll cry, you'll call them an ist or an ism or a phobic or a David Dobrik because you think that's how civil conversation works. That's not how that works. And when you're told to be more civil, you take it as offensive. Do you remember the situation at ASU where the two upstanding multicultural human beings decided that they were going to be inclusive and that they were going to spread the love of inclusivity by kicking out two white dudes all over a sticker? Do you remember how asinine that was? Well, unbeknownst to me, they had an investigation set and they were punished. And could you imagine my surprise of who actually got punished based on that entire video?
ASU's investigation found us guilty of interfering with university activities. You're offensive. Police lives matter?
You have the same sticker.
We're just trying to do school.
What?
You guys have the same sticker of the other.
But this is our space.
We've got a Police Lives Matter sticker and we're getting kicked out. Can't do school. You just said we have to leave.
No, I said...
You're making the space uncomfortable. But you're white. Do you understand what a multicultural space? It means you're not being centered.
White's not a culture?
No.
No, it's not a culture. It's white is not a culture. Say it again to the camera. You think whiteness is a culture? Dear white people, aka ASU.
You openly discriminated against us on November 16th when you handed down your decision from your racially biased investigation. We are being persecuted for defending our multicultural center from racism and sexism. You gave us two punishments. The first one was a warning, and the second one was to write a 3-page paper on how next time when we talk with white people about race and society, we will be civil.
This video is in fulfillment of our educational intervention. We're going to give ASU an educational intervention on why telling students of color at ASU to be more civil in the face of white supremacy and neo-Nazism on this campus is actually violent.
Now, I have to make this point because it's important, because in their 9-minute explanation of what transpired and their punishment and how they feel discriminated against, they bring up people sending them not alive threats. And every time this comes up, I say it. I am not a fan of this. I don't advocate for it. You can disagree with their approach to dealing with two white people without sending them death threats. There is no reason to do that. You have not one time helped the situation by doing something like that. And if one of you watching this video has sent them death threats, guess what? fuck you, because you're a piece of shit. And even still saying that, I will say those two women did not carry themselves in the best of life, and they deserved that punishment of writing a 3-page paper saying how we're going to be more civil, because you need to be more civil. Because if you have individuals who are in your multicultural center who are not a part of the culture, who aren't black, who aren't Indian, who aren't Asian, who aren't Islam, and they are there invading your space, you could just say, hey, we kind of have this thing going and we don't want you here. We want you to leave. And maybe they'll combat you on that, but at least you won't look so much of screaming banshees that when this gets posted online and you think everyone's going to agree with you, you're going to at least have more people saying, at least they handled that better than these other people I've seen on the internet. At least they tried to be civil instead of being some screaming banshees. At least they were trying to be presentable in speaking their issue, albeit unjustified and petty as it may sound. They at least tried to keep it as civil as they could possibly be. That's not what happened. I don't care what any of you say. I don't care how you scream at me that I'm protecting white people or how I'm protecting police and police actions. They did not present themselves in the best of life. And it's a shame that, yeah, now they got to waste their time in college to write a paper, because that never happens in college. Oh, I've never seen anybody write a paper in college. But next time this happens, or next time you run into individuals who don't align with your beliefs or don't agree with you, it's okay to be civil. There's nothing controversial. There's nothing racial about it. You can just be civil. You can be somebody who says, hey, I know you stand for this, but I disagree with it, and I'd love to have a conversation with you. Pick a time and a place. I'll show up. Let's talk. Let's get a coffee. Let's see a movie. Let's do something and at least engage in conversation. All this petty back and forth people do, it's uninteresting and it's getting old. It's showing how many people just want to be heard but don't want to listen. And to these specific two individuals, I wish you nothing but the best. I don't hope you fail in life. I'll laugh at you because what you did was completely fucking dumb and you deserve the punishment of writing a 3-page paper. But other than that, I don't wish you any ill will. I hope you succeed. I hope you graduate. I hope you live a peaceful life. And I also hope you keep conversations civil with those who disagree with you. Are we clear? Are we good? Did my intent come across as clear as I hoped it did? I know it did, and I'm still gonna get somebody saying I'm defending white people. So to you, random individual that's going to comment how I'm trying to cater to the white men and I care about police more than I care about black lives and yada yada yada, my simple question to you is this. What in the hell is so wrong about having civil conversations with people who disagree with you? Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Oh, by the way, let me know how this looks. Does it look better? Does it look sexy? Am I still the sexiest black YouTuber? I know I am. I just want more people to acknowledge that. Bye-bye.